The Eels haven't won a game yet this season. It's pretty safe to say that Abby Church there at fullback has been one of their best.
Oh, without a doubt. She's had a great season. I think the Eels are really starting to warm up in this competition.
The North Queensland Cowboys as the 19-year-old Libby Sura makes her NRLW debut today.
This is a great opportunity here for the Eels. I think, you know, obviously there's been a couple of injuries with the Cowboys and Autumn Rain, Stevens-Daly with that knee.
A double header at this venue today. The Dragons in action later on, but away we go. And the kickoff takes a Cowboys bounce. Tough for Talisha O'Neill to bring it off her own line in the end. As we welcome Alana Ferguson alongside with the call as well. Do you think Parramatta can get their first win today?
Yeah, well, I think they certainly can. They've been building really nicely. I think Ruben Cherrington has certainly stepped it up a notch with her sister Kennedy being out. I tell you what, it looks like we're going to see a pretty exciting game of footy, though. That pitch looks outstanding.
Beautiful playing surface. Here is Cherrington going back to O'Neill for her second hit up on this opening set. Cherrington eager for a quick play of the ball. Now Pearson has made a difference since she's come back in. A little touch on the way through. Doesn't really affect too much as Goldthorpe tidies up at the back for the Cowboys and threatens to go right through them. Important tackle made by Amelia Murphy, as you would have noticed in the... who coughs it up and cops a blow as well. So fresh set here for the Cowboys.
Good kick pressure. Crystal Blackwell got right in Kimberly Hunt's face there. And now the Cowboys find themselves straight into good ball.
Yeah, their best ball of the ball game.
That's the first tackle in the 20.
What can they do with it? Dib, right-hand side. Short ball for Harden. Try saver effectively, I reckon, by O'Neill. They keep going right for Tillett. Told to straighten things up by Manzelmann. Still midway through the tackle count. Ready for the crash play, and China Pilata opens the scoring in style.
Kick and the chase, the pressure that they had. They're going to have another look at it here.
Tries under review for possible obstruction.
Possible obstruction.
So many bodies around where the try was scored. Dave Munro in the bunker has said maybe Tillett, who played the ball, is an issue.
Yeah, that would be the one that I'd be looking at, but Tillett.
Or Manzelmann as well.
Emma
She
Mansell
runs right behind
takes
Manzelmann.
out the defender.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we have an obstruction.
Oh, there you go. No
Have a
points.
decision.
It's the right call, though.
It is the right call.
But they did look dangerous up that end of the field. I think the key was we saw Tallulah Tillett with the footy in her hands. We saw Kira Dib.
Hurt the Eels if they don't tighten the ship.
Who will be first to crack? Look at Sura go. What a mover. Round 6 and 3 debutants involved today, including Libby Sura. Harden has recovered from that leg issue where she looked very proppy about 10 minutes ago now. Inside the Westpac red zone we go for Dib to go. Oh, look out! Toi Hiku!
There she is again. Same thing. She did that all by herself. Fantastic read in the Westpac red zone. Ball and all. She is safe as houses in defence.
Cowboys edge ahead in playing the balls inside that red zone. Back on the angle, Ralph Strand-Smith has another go, and the Eels get bodies underneath again to deny her. Some defensive stand this from the Eels. On the last, Manzelmann back to her halfback. Nice shift to Tillett. Finds a way through. Bounces into the in goal. Who wants to ground it? Naikore is claiming it. Did Parramatta do enough, or has the Fijian pounced for first points here?
It was a lovely little kick.
Initially knocked backwards by Parramatta.
Knock backwards. There are 3 Parramatta jerseys in this picture, and then Naikore comes in with that big right.
And knocks it
Ooh,
on.
knocks it on.
Yep, thank you. It's going to be a goal line dropout, ladies.
Yeah, so this
Yep.
is a no try. So
Kira!
I think on tackle 4 in that previous set, they went the wrong way. The Eels had loaded up their short side. They had 4 defenders defending 15 metres, which meant they had 6 defending the whole rest of the field, and they went straight back to where their strength was. So I think the halves really need to step up with their voices for the Cowboys.
Oh, what about the
kick.
dropouts?
Oh, my goodness. Go the ball.
It's an all-timer.
Incredible.
65 metres gained by that lady again, Toy Hickett.
Add that to the highlight reel.
That's good contact too.
Yeah, it's great chase. Look where they just made that tackle on halfway. It's great from the Eels.
Certainly an upswing in form for Parramatta, conceding 32 points per game on in the NRLW wrap throughout the afternoon on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Toy Hickett again for the speedster Hunt on the outside. And doing it all right now, Cassie Toy Hickett.
It's a great start to the set for the Eels.
Just 19 years of age. What a future in the game Parramatta's right centre has. And
Well,
now
I think
Jones off the back
this,
of it.
I think I spoke this last week, Speedy. We had her in our origin spot this year. Fantastic. She is going to be the future for sure.
Cherrington waiting for O'Neill on the angle. Threatened to break North Queensland down through the middle on multiple occasions, Parramatta. Now they go wide. Mahalia Murphy. Strong run. Eventually taken down by Peters and Tillett. They'll go left, their space. Abby Church to make it work with the double pump, and the debutante Tui denied.
Ralph Smith well away from home. Look at this run.
Oh,
Mahalia
Murphy, there you go. First try in the 20th minute. She's a finisher, Mahalia Murphy.
So good from the Eels. That go forward was outstanding, but Mahalia Murphy's run, that territory, but they kept it simple. This is it. What about the leg speed and the leg drive? She just kept powering through Mahalia Murphy and then lined herself back up. She got the depth. She came onto the ball at pace from dummy half and goes straight over.
Dragons up next against the Titans. Game 2 of our doubleheader at this venue. And game 2 of our tripleheader on Nine's Wide World of Sports of NRLW action. And then the NRL men's tonight. Canberra against the Broncos. Wall-to-wall rugby league on your Saturday.
Marcus square.
Amiatu, met by Mooker head on. Oh, the late offload for Cherrington. Great footy Amiatu after absorbing that extraordinary contact. Kennard comes back to the open side for Pearson. A little out of sync, but keeps it alive now for Murphy. Back to Kennard. Parramatta playing with a bit of swagger here late in the first half. Amiatu, the decoy. Pearson looking for Hunt. Finds her this time, and the try! Great finish, Kimberly Hunt. Her second career try, and Parramatta right on top.
Yeah, that was classy footy from the Eels. She had enough time to get that kick away, though. Ran the decoy for her, just forced that defender to hold back. And we saw a missed kick, almost an identical crossfield kick to that to start off the game, Rachel Pearson, but very composed halfback play, put it in the perfect position. It was a nice set in the lead up though. They stuck to all their strengths to get that territory and a lovely finish.
Was that a clean put down?
I think so. Normally when we focus on the referee like this, the try scorer is worried, but Pearson about to take the conversion attempt. And what about the kick? 10-0 Parramatta. Kimberly Hunt denied a try on debut by the bunker, but they weren't taking it off her this time. As Parramatta, 2 unanswered tries in the first half, and their defence really set it all up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I think that last set showed the blueprint in which they need to keep going back to. Mahalia Murphy being involved in the early metres. Amiatu, she had a great run last set with a lovely little offload, and then Reuben Cherrington just going to work and crafty in and around the ruck.
How much adventure here with the siren about to sound. Looks like they're pretty content with the scoreline as it stands. Parramatta in pursuit of their first win of the season, last year's grand finalists, and they lead the Cowboys 10-0. And lift themselves up the ladder, currently 9th on the ladder, playing the bottom-placed Eels, and the kickoff nearly worked for Parramatta there. Nice work by Peters, maintaining her poise. listen to it via your normal podcast means.
I just had an idea for Marley for this week's podcast.
Sweat patches.
Oh, no, that wasn't the idea. I was thinking like the I Dream of Jeannie little bubble thing. But it sounds like she liked the idea, though.
You guys can workshop that.
Giggle.
Here's Pearson.
Right side's good.
Stabbing it out towards Hunt again! Oh, brilliant! Pearson has it on a string, and Hunt is nailing the catches at the attacking end.
Absolutely, and this is a wonderful take and a wonderful kick in the lead-up too. Harvey Norman replay, they've got a really nice split. The Cowboys have the numbers here. They don't need to shoot up and panic. And what happens then is the winger doesn't drop because of it, and Kim Hunt gets a beautiful, clean option at that ball, and it's a lovely take for another 4-pointer.
Need something extraordinary to make it, but still 4 games to be won, including this one. Got the Roosters next week. That's a tough assignment, but they're playing with confidence now. The Eels, as Charrington got rid of a tackler or 2. Cut out ball. Tui back to Berman Duff, and the knock on in the end to hand it over, but they hand it over in a good spot off Davis Welsh.
Just wait, 11.
Yeah, they were happy to chance their arm there. I guess the scoreboard does work in their favour. Just that last pass.
Oh, 9, move it.
I like seeing that. Kira Dibb getting in and having a run. She's got to become heavily involved. So she's taking a little bit of punch out of the game, getting her team on the roll on, and now start to direct her players around the field a little bit more. But the halves certainly have to stand up.
Well, that doesn't look good for the Cowboys. Tallulah Tillett off the field. I'm sure Marley Silva will be all over that for us.
Might just be tactical, perhaps, as Manselman. Look at Emma Manselman go again. Scored some wonderful solo tries. It's on here for Dibb. Creates space for the debutantes. A moment to remember for Libby Sura. A try in her first game, and look at the effect this game has had on her.
The cramps, there's no worse feeling, but... And then the fact that Kira Dibb was just all over the pace of this game. She just held that pass up really nicely.
And Dibb adds the extras. To preview the next game, Margot Vella is with Marley Silva. Manselman looking more and more dangerous. Stopped by Kapua, but forced an offload cleverly to Harden. And look where they are off the back of points here.
Well, the Eels need to be really careful here because the second phase play that the Cowboys are generating, they're just eating the metres up.
They just can't stick a tackle and finish it. Look where they are, 10 metres out now. Still 2 more plays. Ralph Strand-Smith into dummy half. From a standing start this time. Here come the Cowboys. Parramatta on notice. It's back to a 4-point margin.
Well, we saw this in the last couple of sets. The Cowboys have just been rolling up the field, and the Eels' defence just clocking off the back of that. Emma Manselman is finding plenty of space, but here, this is an individual effort. Tiana Ralph-Strand-Smith on the Harvey Norman replay jumps out one way. There's only one marker there. There's no line speed from the Eels, and she just puts her head down and says, I'll just do it. Come with me.
It's not the worst place to convert from
No.
either.
You'd imagine Kira Dibb would...
Time Ralph Strand-Smith has been that close to the try line. Makes it count this time, and the margin is 2.
Wow.
They turned down a shot at 2 a long time ago now. Remember, they're doing this without Kennedy Charrington still serving her suspension. Cowboys have threatened to run them down, but now Parramatta can close things out with a try. Amiatu, the wrecking ball in the middle. Took 4 or 5 to stop her. Chewed up in valuable seconds for Parramatta as well. All the way back to Berryman Duff. Terrible pass. Murphy pulled the hands away intelligently. It's set up for Tui. The clock continues to tick, and now Parramatta can celebrate as the penalty has been blown. Pearson makes no mistake, and Parramatta have their first victory after 5 losses to start the season. They bank 2 points.